Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting session on materials chapter, part of cost accounting, useful to BCom and BBA students. We have discussed many aspects of materials in the previous sessions. In this session, we are going to discuss about pricing of materials. When this pricing is applicable, pricing of materials is applicable when they are issued from stores department to production department within the premises of factory. In this case, how to price the material? We have different methods to issue the materials from stores to production. Those methods are four methods are there. We will discuss all the four methods one by one. For better understanding, just observe the stores ledger on the screen. In the month of July, on 1st, 4th, 8th and 10th July, transactions are given and recorded in stores ledger, which is maintained by in charge of the stores. Now on July 1st, some opening balance is there, 200 units at the rate of 5 rupees. On 4th, 430 units are 430 reference number and 500 units purchased. Receipts means purchase of material at the rate of 6 rupees worth of 3000. Now you see here in the balance column, 200 units, 500 units shown separately at the rate of 506 rupees and 6 of the 500 units material, and in the balance amount also shown. Similarly, on July 8th also some receipts are there, 441 reference number, 800 materials and unit price and amount is mentioned. Similarly, balance is also 200, 500 and 800 units mentioned, and unit rate and amount also mentioned in the respective columns. Now issue comes on the day of 10th July, where we are issuing materials to production department, 115 reference number, quantity 900 units issued. So in the rate and amount question mark is there because of there is a decision required at what rate, unit rate, and what is the amount of this 900 units of quantity issued to production department. Now out of 900, whether to take 800 from the previous one and 100 from the 500, or 200 from the first, 500 from the second, so total 700, still 2 more 100 required, which we can take from 800 that way, or average of the combine all these and of which you can take 900, but at what rate? So these are the different questions that are there in our mind. So this also leads to balancing rate as well as amount of 600 units which are in the stock. So to find out the issue rate and amount, and to find out the what is the quantity left and price of it, and at the same time amount in the stock, we have to learn methods and follow one of the methods in the factory. Let us see different methods. There are four methods, as I said: first in, first out, last in first out, simple average method, and finally weighted average method. These are the four important methods of pricing material when they are issued from stores to production. We will discuss in detail one after the other. First in first out, popularly known as FIFO. Materials which are purchased first are issued first. Means whatever comes to the stores department first, that will be issued first to the production department. A simple logic. After the first batch is fully issued, the price of the next batch received becomes the issue price. So in the previous stores ledger example, 200 is the first receipt or the balance available. Once that is issued, next batch will be taken and next price will be taken. So this is the procedure followed in the first in first out. And materials, there is no manipulation as far as charging of price concerned. Actual price as it is taken. For 200 units first rate, for next 2 units again the second rate, like that actual price will be taken. And the oldest price of materials in stock, which is received and kept in the stores very late, will be the stock in material. Means latest received will be lying in the stores. First received will be sent out first. So these are the important points with which you can understand what is FIFO, first in first out. And some other points related to FIFO are stock of materials in hand valued at the latest purchase price, which we know. We are not going to manipulate. The stock of the materials is valued at latest purchase price. It is very easy to understand, and even maintaining the records, operating the records also very easy, because no logic is required, no complex calculation or the procedure is also there. When the transactions are large in number and the price fluctuates very frequently, this method involves more calculations and increase the possibility of errors. And so far we have discussed the features. Almost all the features reflect the positive points except this point. This point says when the transactions are numerous, huge number of transactions, and at the same time price is also fluctuating. Sometimes in a single day we may purchase 3 times, and every time we purchase the price may not be the same. Sometimes in a month we purchase 100 times, and 100 times the price is varying, which is not same. In this case there is a chance of error in calculating the price because of the numerous transactions and fluctuation in the price. That is the only possible disadvantage for this first in first out. Now let us see second one, last in first out. Last purchase of materials are issued first. Earlier receipts are issued in the last. Means in say example January 1st, 5th, 10th and 15th. These 4 days we received the material, of which last received is what? 15th. So that 15th material is issued first in this method called LIFO, last in first out. The price is also taken in the same way. Means earlier received, and initial stages whatever the stock received will be lying in the stores, including the rate also. Closing stock is valued at the old prices and is completely out of line with current prices. There is no match between current price and the stock in the godown, because stock in the godown is stock which is received earlier. That is a small drawback of this particular method called LIFO. Method is not realistic as it does not conform to the physical flow of material. Means on record it appears that stock is sent to production department which is received recently, but in practice it may not happen. Generally the people in charge in the stores will used to follow the tendency of sending the goods to the production department which is received first, like FIFO method. Though this method is there, on record only it appears that last in is sent out first, but when you go for physical verification, in most of the cases there will be variation between the records and the stock. So this is a most important aspect of our presentation, that is difference between the two on various bases or criteria. Assumption: materials received first are issued at first. In the case of LIFO, materials received last are issued first. That we have discussed in the respective methods. Cost of materials: issued at the older prices, issued at the latest prices. Yeah, as the first received material is issued, we take old prices into consideration. In the case of LIFO, we are issuing latest received material, so that we take the latest price. Value of closing stock: latest price is taken to compute the value of closing stock in the case of FIFO, and exactly reverse in the case of LIFO is valuing the stock on the basis of oldest price. When prices are rising, so just observe these two. When prices are rising, what happens? Reports higher profit and resultantly higher tax liability. So if the prices are increasing, now what happens? You will find higher profit and tax liability. Reverse is the case of LIFO. Lower profits and tax liability is reduced. Now on the other side, sometimes we may see the fall in the price. So if that happens, reports lower profits, thus lower tax liability. LIFO reports higher profits, thus higher tax liability. These are the important differences between the two methods. Now let us see third method, simple average method. Here price is calculated by adding all the different prices dividing by the number of such prices. In our first example, the stores ledger shown on the screen. So we have three different dates and three different prices. All the three prices taken and number of such prices, means three prices, will be taken together and divided to find out the average price. Or to avoid the confusion, let us take simple example. Say on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 3 days we have received the material like 100 quantity, and the price is varying, okay, like 4 rupees, 5 rupees and 6 rupees. Now keeping the quantity aside, in the simple average method only price is considered. So what are the prices on January 1st, 2nd and 3rd? 4 rupees, 5 rupees and 6 rupees. Add these three, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 6, 15. 15 divided by how many prices? 3 prices. 15 divided by 3 means average price is 5. So any time and every time when you are issuing materials to production department, you are neither taking 4 rupees which is first, you are not taking the 6 rupees which is last out of 1st, 2nd and 3rd January prices, but you are taking the average price of this, which is 5 rupees, just now explained in the example. So it does not take into quantities of material while computing the average price. Just now also we discussed this. So quantities are ignored and materials are not charged out at actual cost. This is a very interesting point. In LIFO and FIFO method, actual cost is taken. There is no manipulation of price. When you follow the simple average method pricing, you are manipulating. You are not taking the actual cost. You are taking some other cost which is computed by you. Now the last one, most popular and important one, weighted average method. It is calculated by dividing the total cost of materials by total quantity of material. Means you are not considering the price here. You are considering the amount of various receipts divided by quantity of various receipts. So when the amount is divided by quantity, you will get the weighted average price. So example, on first day 100 quantity purchased at the rate of 5 rupees. Second day 300 quantity purchased at 6 rupees. And next day 500 quantity purchased at 7 rupees. Price is also increasing at the same time. Volume, that is quantity, also increasing in 3 receipts. And this increased volume also will get weightage in the weighted average price, because you are considering both quantity as well as the value of it. How you will get the value? Quantity into price. So the total amount of every transaction divided by total quantity of all the transactions. The new issue price is calculated only at the time of each new purchase. We don't find out the price at the time of issue. We regularly compute and make it ready when we purchase and when we have a receipt in our stores. Every time there is a purchase, every time there is a calculation of weighted average price and shown in the balance column. And the same rate is applicable whenever there is a issue of material. Materials are not issued at the current market price. Unlike in the LIFO and FIFO method, both in the case of average price method and weighted average price method, we are not going to follow current market price. That current market price is not followed. The computed price is considered both in the case of average, simple average method and weighted average method. Now the formula also mentioned, like total cost of materials in stock by total quantity of materials in stock. Means total value divided by volume, simple words. That way you will get the weighted average price. So dear students, these are the 4 methods you have in the process of stock pricing at the time of issuing the stock from stores ledger to production department. Out of these 4 methods, LIFO, FIFO are popular. At the same time, weighted average is also adopted in most of the businesses. But LIFO, FIFO is adopted by companies not on the basis of considering the price, but on the basis of perishability of the product or some other issues that are there in the go down. In the case of weighted average method, nature of materials or the go down issues are not considered. To have a better price, weighted average method is used. So the cost accountant or senior cost accountant or person qualified with CMA, they will discuss with management before finalizing the method to be adopted for the issue of materials. So if you have any doubts regarding these 4 methods, post your comments in the chat box so that I can take up and answer all your queries. Okay, all the best.